Welcome back to another episode of the Everyday Hero Show, where I interview someone in your life or someone in my life that makes us smile but does not get the credit that they deserve. Today, I get to interview through the interwebs, through the Google Hangouts, an old pal, a real old pal. We go way back to the Bigelow Bulldogs days. Nate freaking Menninger, welcome to the show, sir.
Thanks for having me, Swardik.
Of course. Nate, my God. So it's been forever. First of all, Nate, the second you graduated high school, you left us and you haven't looked back. You haven't been in Massachusetts in I don't know how long. I would be surprised if you if you left that summer. Like, I don't even know. You just been gone in the wind. But we miss you here. So tell us, actually, let's start way before that. Tell us, who are you and where are you from, please?
Well, my name's Nate Menninger. I think you guys know that. And yes. Where am I from? I'm from Newton, Cambridge. I don't even remember. Born in Cambridge, Massachusetts, from Newton. And yeah.
So Nate, because I know you from Bigelow. For people who don't know, Bigelow is our middle school that we went to here in Newton, Massachusetts, and we I don't know, like we've been friends, not best friends, but we became much better friends, and I think all happened through sports. Nate Menninger, we both played football together, and Nate also was a lacrosse prodigy. So let's tell me a little bit about your time at school in Newton and about the sports in general, just like how much it meant to you and which one was your favorite.
Yeah, sure. I mean, growing up, playing a lot of soccer, like all the kids do.
Exactly.
Played some Pop Warner. I don't think I played with you in Pop Warner. But I remember playing Pop Warner with Ben Clark, if you know him.
Yes.
And a couple other kids. Got to high school, big goofy motherfucker I was, and I was a little injured. I remember my first year I was a little injured, trying to tell people I was fast, but no one believed me. Everyone said you're the slowest kid. I was losing races to the biggest lion by a mile. I was so slow.
You were. You did lose a lot of races, yes, to some bigger kids.
But I kept telling them I'm fast. And I always remember going up against you. It was always me versus you.
That's what
every drum.
Always. And like the thing that people don't understand is it's like freshman year of football, he literally did tell everybody, yeah, I'm super fast. And we were all like, bullshit. Reason we said that is because he would lose to Dan Sabetti. And if you don't know Dan Sabetti, here's a picture of Dan Sabetti. He was a lineman, an offensive and defensive lineman, and he was going out to be running back, fullback, quarterback, all the speed positions. We were like, Nate Menninger, please, this ain't the situation for you. But he truly was injured, because what happened when we moved up to varsity?
Yeah, so that year went by. I had a back injury. I broke my right arm after the season. Got the cast off that 6 weeks later. That day, I broke my left arm. So I screwed up lacrosse. Didn't run track or wrestle or anything. So first year was a wash. Sophomore year came around, and I was healthy. And I think I got bumped up to varsity along with you, and I think maybe one other player, Bradley, I believe.
Exactly.
And that was played football. That was fun.
I mean, the rest was history. But like the thing, like it's like when I think about it now, Nate, it's crazy because literally, like freshman year, you were like. You can't run, like you literally can't run. You would run with a limp, right? And then come senior year, you were the starting running back. You basically played every down for each way. You were the kicker. Like if Nate was on the field literally every single play of the entire game. If it was offense, defense, if it was, kick return, kick off, he was on the field constantly. This dude was like the team. He was the team. It's kind of amazing. Kind of absolutely amazing. And your highlight tape. Do you have your highlight tape on YouTube?
Number 24, Menninger on the game.
Because I would like to put some of that in this when I'm at it.
I appreciate the compliments. I think there's a few clips around the web. I think there's one on YouTube and one on Huddle or something.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I'll definitely get some.
I didn't play too many games. I broke my collarbone that senior year. So I only played about 5 games, I think.
Wait, really? Was it only 5? You missed 4?
I think, I don't know. I missed 4 games, and I played it with a broken thing at the end.
I know. I do remember, Brookline, you played, even though your collarbone, you weren't good to go, which is kind of amazing. Yeah, that's basically Michael Jordan's sick game. But I'm looking at the back of your right behind you, and you have those 3 jerseys up. So let's talk a little bit about lacrosse. Even though I don't know much about lacrosse, I went out my, I think freshman year of high school, or was it 8th grade year? I went out for like 2 days.
I remember playing with you and Coach Heavey.
Hey! Yeah, so I went out for lacrosse for like a couple of days, and then I was like, nope, not for me.
He wasn't bad. I mean, athletic kid back in the day. He was huge. I remember he was huge in 8th grade.
Exactly. And then
you never limited. That's why you're so short. You stunted your growth from lifting.
Please don't say things like that, all right? Don't spread these misconceptions.
Go. Edit that out. What else? Edit that out.
But talk to me about lacrosse, because I know that you were really good at football. I know that you were really fast, and you became really good at track. But I would say hands down your best sport, well, at least what you were best at, was lacrosse. So tell us a little bit about lacrosse. When did it start, and how did you take it to high school and beyond?
I think I got into it in early middle school or late elementary, 5th grade, probably 6th. And like someone from the neighborhood was just like, hey, my kids are playing, you should play. Thought, why not? Started playing. It was that, football. And this is back in the day when, your dad and your mom are driving you to practice. And you're like 6 teams. And you got to really commend the work they do driving you around. But then, high school, started playing lacrosse sophomore year, I guess. Or I played it freshman year. I was still injured. And I actually always thought my best sport was football. I just didn't like it too much.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Because lacrosse there is it's very different. Like, it's easy to dominate if you're more athletic, but football, I think, was I always thought it was my better sport.
So you think your better sport was football, but you just looked better at lacrosse because the competition wasn't as tough?
Yeah, I would say that's pretty accurate.
Okay. I mean that's legit. I mean, that's really honest for someone like you to say. I mean, usually people are like, "Yep, was my best sport. I kind of kicked ass." But that's legit.
Yeah, I don't know. It was more like I just used my football or my like athletic attributes, and that's what I used to get really good. I mean, at sports, I guess I was never the most coordinated. Like, I have the worst vision of anyone. Like, I'm legally blind. Legally, I am blind.
That's insane.
And I just ended up using my athletics, which track got me really fast, much faster. And then lacrosse just kind of took off, and I figured out it was my best shot at playing. And I didn't like football that much anymore. So I was like, I'm not playing football in college. I want to play lacrosse. I'll just keep going here. So our high school wasn't too good at sports besides track.
That's a fact. Yeah.
So getting recruited out of a big, shitty public high school like ours was pretty much impossible unless you're just lights out and or you prep year.
Exactly. Right. All right. So you didn't take a prep year. I'm sorry about that. Then what happened?
I went to D3 college at Hamilton. Hamilton College, small college. It was good academically for me, far superior to my academics. And from day one, I was like, I gotta get the hell out of here. This is the worst place for me ever. Like, it was 1,800.
Really?
Day one,
really?
Yeah, I remember that. 1,800 kids, smaller than Newton North.
Holy shit! I had no idea Hamilton was that small.
You know who the seniors are hooking up with by literally day 3. the seniors. Like, I don't even want to know this. What is going on? And so I was like, all right, I'm going to transfer. I'm going to do as well as I can in school. Took a dance class to boost my GPA. Hardest class.
Congratulations. Good for you.
Ended up, I ran track and played lacrosse there. Did really well at lacrosse. And I used my like tape from senior year of high school to get in with a couple of the top D1s. I figured like if I'm good, I want to see if I can play with the best in the world, right?
Exactly.
And lacrosse is one of those sports where the best are in college because there's no pro circuit, especially one that's profound. I mean, there is a pro circuit, but you make like $10,000. I mean, it's a joke.
Okay.
So college is like the real proving ground. And there's like when I was going, there was like 10 schools that were really good. So I sent out applications to 4 of them, the top 4 that I'd always thought of, you know, Duke, Hopkins, UNC, Virginia. And I ended up getting into 2. And then I just took a risk. Went to Virginia. I feel like I'm rambling now, but
no, go please. I want this. This is what actually I want to hear. But before you say we go into Virginia, what was the other school and why did you choose Virginia over the other school?
Yeah, I got into UNC and I took a visit to UNC in Virginia. Virginia was like the most beautiful place I've ever seen in my life. UNC was like the second most beautiful place. And I was like in love with these places, and Virginia offered me the biggest offer, which was not a position. They actually told me not to transfer. They said, like, we don't know how good you are. Like, we don't suggest you transfer. It's a big risk. Like, you don't know if you like the school. Like, but we'll give you a preferred walk-on possibility. So whereas normal walk-ons get it 1 day practice, 3 months in, and they don't make the team ever.
Jesus.
A preferred walk-on starts the same day 1 with the rest of the team, but you're not on the team, right? So wow. I came in and I was like, you know what? If I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. I got to see if I'm good enough. I remember I lifted so much that summer. I was the strongest I'd ever been, like by a mile. Like I was almost benching 400 pounds, like, but I was so out of shape. I had no idea. I almost fainted the first few practices. Luckily, after a week, I was playing well. Coach was like, you made the team. I had a scrimmage. We played in California, and this is like lights out difference. I mean, I'm coming from like 4 or 5 to a room in a hotel to like everyone's got their own bed. We're taking flights across the country on chartered airplanes. Like we're getting everything we could ever imagine paid for, all this money, all these clothes, just what you dream of. And I ended up doing well, and I ended up starting that year. So I kind of went
Shut the hell up. Wait a second. Hold up. You ended up starting. So is this sophomore or junior year of college?
It was my sophomore year of college.
Sophomore year of college, after transferring from Hamilton, you ended up starting for Virginia?
I did. I came in and we played Princeton in the Princeton's a big team too, and we played them out in California. I was the last player basically, because I was still in the bottom of the depth chart.
Of course.
And I mean, this is so similar to so many players' stories, but I scored a goal in my like 10 seconds in, and from there it was just like coach started to like me. I started playing. I ended up starting and started in some of the biggest games. All things that you fantasize about if you like lacrosse.
Yeah, Nate, I don't want to break it to you, but that's not exactly how a lot of players' stories go. A lot of players' stories go, I went to college, tried to play, I was shit, I was trash. My senior year, I got to play a couple of games. That really is like the dream. Like that is the dream. And for you to say, like when you're talking about how when you went to, what's it called? When you went to Hamilton and you decided like, no, I want like the big leagues. I want to do it big. And for you to actually make that decision after just 1 year to a school that you know is big time, like big time.
Yeah, I think we were ranked number 2. We were number 2 my year when I was starting. And then we dropped and they didn't perform too well the next years, but
Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right. So before we continue, I just want to ask, because it sounds like you've made all of your college decisions based on sports. First of all, what was your major? Was that even something, or was it everything? Like, I'm doing everything to get to being a lacrosse player / football / whatever sport you were just playing, or were you actually serious about school?
Right. Well, my parents, my parents.
Yes.
They're very academic oriented. So studying is important. My dad is more like, he wants to see me go out there and hit kids, but my mom always taught me to like do my studies, do my work. So I luckily I'm not gifted, but I'm smarter. I don't need to work that hard, which is not, I don't know if that's a gift or not. I'm not the smartest kid by any means, but I was able to get good grades and not do that much work, and hated school. I hated every second of school, every second. And I was playing sports though. That's why I stayed in. So I majored in Spanish, which was for me pretty easy because I speak Spanish. And I majored in Spanish. I was going to major in philosophy. I think I minored in philosophy. And I did a lot of extracurriculars, everything to like boost the resume, but I did it like pretty half-heartedly, to be honest. I really hated school. School's not for me. Like, if you haven't talked to me in years, but like, I'm not a school guy. So I got hurt, and I was like gonna think about dropping out, but I stayed in and finished up. So yeah, that's the academic side.
So you graduated with your Spanish degree, minor in philosophy. So tell us, did Virginia do like well in the tournaments? Did you guys make it to, like, did you win your conference? Like, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, our first year, like when I was playing and starting, we were number 2 for half the season. Then we started losing a couple of close ones, and we lost in the NCAA champion or whatever playoffs. And then that just trend kind of escalated, and we started losing. And my junior year, I got real injured, and I never recovered. So I wasn't able to play my junior year, and my senior year, I was too injured to contribute.
Jeez. Wow. Okay. Damn. So now I know. I want to finish up on the sports, and then I want to talk about your travels, because your travels, I just saw a video. I'm going to put like a mini clip of it, and then in the description down below, I'll show the full, the link to the full video. But finishing up with the sports portion of this, you are right now in Florida. What exactly is happening with you in Florida, and what sport or sports are you playing?
Good question. Well, I said I got injured my junior year. I had 5 surgeries, I believe, in 10 months. 4 surgeries in 10 months. I had like all these torn ligaments in my right hip, and then got the left hip operated on, then got a sports hernia repair, which I didn't have, and then I had a lot more months of rehab, and then I had a double fully torn. I don't know if you know what the adductor are. It's basically the muscles that keep your legs together. Were completely ripped off
sounds like a shitty situation
for months, and I had a bone growing in my pubic area to prevent my leg from moving. I had a bone growing basically right above that area,
Lord mercy,
to prevent your leg from moving back and forth to help your body. Luckily, a doctor pretty much saved my life and helped me out. And I had doctors tell me I would never play sports again my junior year of college and shit. And sports for me, if the one thing is they were my life. Like, that was it, And luckily I had music. Music helped me a lot, but I still had this passion to play sports. 2 years went by, still injured, still growing pain. I segues into traveling. We'll cut past all that, but my body recently started to get better, and I said I have a year left because I redshirted. I want to play football. I have to play lacrosse to play football because I never played football in 5 years, so I'm not going to get a scholarship for that. So I'll play lacrosse, and here I am playing lacrosse, waiting for football. But I don't know if my body will hold up, so might be calling it quits.
How's it been going though this season? Like lacrosse, whatever. Like, so is this your senior year of? Like, how is this working? Like, you said you graduated already, but you redshirted.
Right, you redshirted my junior year. So when you redshirt, for those who don't know, you retain a year of eligibility.
Yes.
So that means you can theoretically play a 5th year. So this is my 5th year.
So this is your 5th year, and but you're not taking any classes, are you?
I am in classes, but I'm not really going to them because I'm not getting the degree. So
yeah. All right. Makes sense.
There's basically paying for all my food, and I mean, it's not a bad gig.
Yeah. So you have a full scholarship. Where are you right now?
Florida. I'm in Melbourne, Florida.
Okay. That's legit, man. Congratulations. That's
well, what's big for me is I can run, and that for me is I can barely run because I'm old, but the fact that I don't have the hip pain that I've had for 3 years is like a miracle in itself.
Wow.
So I might not be, I'm not the athlete I once was by any stretch, but I can run, and that's pretty cool.
Like, are you coming to terms, like, it sounds like the way you're talking about it right now, it sounds like you're coming to terms with the fact that this might be your last year of playing sports, right? Is that what I'm hearing, or do you have bigger plans?
Yeah, I mean, I think now, I mean, I just had too many injuries to sustain my level of athleticism, and I had torn my pec completely in half. I
remember that.
4 hip surgeries, groin surgeries. I mean, there's an endless list of injuries, and I always had aspirations, of like get big. I could always get really strong. I was like, I'll play the football, maybe try for the league or play lacrosse and do this, but we'll see. Maybe it's still in the cards, but it's 2 years of sitting out will give you a different perspective on life, and that college sports necessarily aren't the biggest part.
Exactly.
Reform fetish medicine for your headaches. We bomb fellas, better send for the medics. Napalm, telepath, tightrope walker. Stay on mellow ass, white dope offer. Night stalker, Charlie Man's my man. Avid addict, Mike Smoker out in Amsterdam. Black grizzly cough with the gift of loss. Black pissed me off and the gift of jaws. Snap, this here's the rawness. Ripped them off and wax shit gets dissolved as the gift revolves around Earth space agent that'll rock your paw. Have you running for your grams, little baklava? Let me talk to y'all about some off the wall. Rapper wanna be in front of me that got the balls to not know who. The G-A-B-B, me, the nocturnal elite MC. They flee from ease on down the rhyme train practice.